Good morning again. So, guess you must have got a chance to look at yesterday's code, and you must have written that content provider and even the service. Am I right? Did you try that, guys? Did you try that? There's only one yes. I'm assuming others also must have got a chance to yes to look at that. Good, fine. So you must have written that code. That's good. So now we'll continue further. And yesterday we started with the topic something called as consuming the REST APIs. This is what we are going to do now, and we'll see how to design a simple application which can call the REST APIs. Okay, and then we have a couple of more tasks to do. So let us understand the requirement today, and then we'll start working on that. So this is what we started yesterday. I mean, we could not complete yet. I mean, we haven't written any code for that. We tried that, but it didn't work. That's because we are using something else. We will use this and we'll fix the problem. Okay. Anyways, so this is the consuming REST API part where we are using a third-party library, something called as Android Ion. So this is the one that we have decided to use. Now, to use this one, we are going to create a simple application. See how is it possible for us to do it. The application would go like this. There'll be a database as usual. This is going to be MySQLite, maybe something like MyDB. This is MySQLite. No? This is not SQLite. I'm sorry, this is MySQL, not SQLite. This is MyDB. And right inside this MyDB, there will be at least a couple of tables. So maybe there will be a product table, user table, and so on and so forth. To connect this application to the Android application, or connect the database to the Android application precisely, we are going to write a middleware. Now you know all of this stuff. What do you mean by middleware? How do you write one? And how do you expose the REST APIs to the client? So we already have talked about that in Express part. And I hope you must have maybe recalled or you must have revised the Express application yesterday. So assuming that, we'll go further here and say this is the middleware. This is going to be my Express application. So precisely this is an Express.js, and this is what we are going to do now. So maybe in our application, we'll design a very simple application, by the way. This is going to be my login activity, very simple. So you will get a feeling of writing a complete application or maybe a client server application here. This is going to be a login. As usual, there'll be login and register. Okay, there'll be a sign up application, as simple as that. We'll see how to do that. This is the sign up one. We'll get the user input like this, and we'll start saving the data right inside our in our database. Okay, so that's a login registration. There'll be a home activity, and probably I want to display list of products, for example. So this is going to be this is going to be a main activity. There'll be a plus button as usual. This is going to get the data from user for a product, and the data will be stored on the server side. This is where we are going to say save button, and this is where we can say home, for example. Right inside this one, if you want, you can go for a better rather, we'll go for a fragment, and that fragment will be loaded right here below this. Maybe I want to say products here, simple, and let's add one more. Let's say movies, for example. So at least we will have two fragments. Of course, both of them will display the list of something. So probably this is the list of products, for example, product price, product name, and so on and so forth. And along with that, there'll be a movie. This is the fragment that will be loaded below that tab layout. This is the movie name, movie title, and so on and so forth. All this information here. Okay, a very simple application here. So this is going to be the products fragment, and this is going to be the movies fragment. So I'm showing them here as kind of not having action bar, meaning they will be the fragments and they will be loaded in the area below this. Okay, this is the way. Okay, so let me put the maybe you can say the more details into it. That's going to be the login button. That's going to be the sign up button. Okay, that's going to be again sign up, and that's going to be the sign in, for example, or you can say login, whatever it is. Okay, so let's put the names here. This is going to be a login activity. Then there will be a sign up activity. If you put all of these things in front of you, writing application is going to be the piece of cake, you know. So believe me, this is going to be very simple if you are doing the things right. Home activity. This is going to be the products fragment. This is going to be the products fragment, and this is going to be the movies fragment. Okay, so that is how the application will be designed. If needed, we will add some more details like the product details and something like the movie details. We'll see if it is needed, and if not, if it is needed, we'll do it later. So this is the way we are going to develop an application. Okay, so there'll be a middleware Express application, and this is an Android application. This is going to be the client part. For us, the client part would be the Android application. Later tomorrow, we will write similar maybe client in TypeScript in Angular. Okay, so React is something you already have seen earlier. Now we will see how that Angular works later. Anyway, so let's come back here and see how we can write the code here and make this application ready. Now to do this, I will need to design a quick middleware application there. The middleware will be getting the data from client or maybe providing the data to the client. So to do this, I'm going to go back and create middleware first, and then we'll think about creating the other one there. Okay. Okay, so how do we do that? Why is it giving me error initialization? Okay, leave it. So let's go back to the directory, and probably here we will start. Just a sec. Okay, so let's see. This is where we will start writing our Express application first. I mean, we have to write both of them. This is where we'll write the Express application first. It's 2021 Feb. Sorry, 2021 full time. We are in the EDMC, I guess, right? Inside that there is DMC Android, and I hope there is code directory. Okay, right there we will create a new directory, Feb 12. Let's go to that Feb 12, and right inside this, we'll create another directory called a server. So this is where we will write the server application. Okay. Okay. So this is where we are going to write a server application, meaning we'll have to first call npm init. Do you remember all of this stuff we have discussed earlier, guys? I hope you should. Great. Don't want to say anything, just default. That's it. Okay. So package.json must have got created. Very nice. Now I'm going to install all of these packages. Remember which packages have we installed last time? Anyone? Express is one of them. I remember. Next, MySQL, I hope. MySQL 2, am I right? Then Redux is not needed here. That is needed on the React application. I'm talking about the Express application, guys, right? Next, JSON Web Token, if you can recall. Crypto.js, I hope. And I think that is it. So let's install all of them. And that's it. Good. Before that, let me check what is my Docker status. Docker container ls. Yeah, MySQL is already started. Very good. So now we'll start writing the code here first. So we'll create a simple API and the list of APIs, and then we'll start consuming them here. Oh yeah, that's CORS, exactly right. Anyways, we would have seen that error and we would have installed, but that's thanks for with them for them. Okay. So here I'm going to start writing server.js very quickly. This is going to be my const express, which is equals to require express. We know this code. We already have written this quite a few times. CORS, which is equals to require CORS, right? Next, what do I need? Const, let's say body parser, which is going to be require body parser. That's it. Then we create an application like app equals to express, app.listen is where we will run the application on, let's say, port 4000, 0.0.0.0. And then once the application starts, I want to know that the application has been started successfully. So I will say server started on port 4000. That's it. So this is where we have started creating the server. Okay. Now we have to apply that course. So I'm going to say use course. We will say star here. That's right. Then we will use app.use. Hopefully you can recall that body parser.json is what we need. And along with that, we also need the URL encoded. Okay. So that is something we already have seen last time. Okay. Now we will need we'll need MySQL, right? If we need MySQL, that means I'll have to create a db.js, if you can recall, where we are going to use the maybe the MySQL something like const MySQL maybe equals to require MySQL2. And if you can recall, we are going to create a pool, which is, I always forget that, it's better we can just look at this from maybe MySQL2. Okay, this is where we will find the pool code. We'll just copy and paste it. Anyways, we will do that every single time, right? So pool, I'm sorry, here it is. Pool. Where are you? Pool, not Paul, it's pool. Exactly. So using connection pools, this is the one. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. This is generally the better option, use database is equals to, I haven't created any database yet, but we will say that is going to be a sample DB, for example, and root password is root for me. You change your password and then run this application. Okay. Don't forget to say mysql dot mysql.exports. I'm sorry, not mysql. I'm so sorry. Module.exports is equals to something like pool. Okay. So we are done with db.js. I hope that is what we were looking for. And hopefully here we don't need anything other than that. That's good. Next, we are going to create a new folder called as routes, if you can recall. And inside this routes, we are going to create 3 routes, one for user.js, one for user, other one for products, so products.js, and the other one for movies.js. Okay. So this is something which is some we already have seen last time. It's not new to you. Am I right, guys? Are you there? Okay. So you know that this is something which is kind of we already have seen earlier, and it is kind of a revision for you. I shouldn't have done it, but it's okay because I know everyone is now in Android context. We are going to change the context a little bit. We'll see how we are going to do this quickly, and then we will come back here and do the rest of the jobs. Okay, I want to create, I'm going to use a shortcut today, not going to waste too much of time. So better I'll just go back here. This is Mongo, this is localhost, this is MySQL. What the hell? Localhost root, password is root. Okay, so yep, that's fine. And I don't have any any database there, so I'm going to create a new database. I said the sample DB, I guess. Let me go back to DB. Here it is, and I'm going to create a database instead of using the GUI. Sorry, CUI or console user interface. I'm going to do it very quickly. So you know what? It's going to be very simple, and it's going to be kind of faster to do all of this stuff. So this is the sample DB. I'm going to create a new table here. This table is going to be user. Every user is going to have an ID, integer, length, I don't care. This is going to be a primary key, auto increment. This is something what we already have seen earlier. Every user is going to have a name. Maybe I can say first name, last name. I'll say name only, just not waste more time into it. Varchar 255 is more than sufficient. Next, let's say email, which is going to be varchar again. Next is the password, and I think that is also more than sufficient. Other than that, I just need a phone number. That's it. That's more than sufficient. So let me save this table as a user. So we have got a new user table here, right? We need one more, something called as a product. Then this is going to be again the product having a primary key, auto increment. Okay. The next one is product is going to have a title. That's fine. Product is going to have a description, which is going to be, let's say 1024, for example. Next, it's going to have a price, which is going to be a float, for example. Next, maybe it's going to have a category. I'm not going to go for category ID and other stuff there. Just going to simply say the category is going to be varchar. That's it. Let's say safe and say this is going to be a product. The table name is product. Finally, we need one more table. That's going to be movie. Every movie is going to have an ID, which is going to be a primary key again, and going to be auto incremented. Okay, next one is the movie is going to have a title, which is again varchar. Movie is going to have, let's say, actor and actress, actor, actress, or actors or actresses, whatever. I'm going to say budget, for example. It's more than sufficient, just for testing purpose. And this is going to be a movies table. Actually, it shouldn't have been movies. It should be movie. Better. Okay. Use a singular form for tables, and that is it. This is what we are looking for. Yeah, VLAN and other things. Yes, with that. That's fine. So we are going to have these tables here, and we are going to manage those tables by using that middleware there. Okay. So to do this, movie, product, and the user. I think if you are saying that users are better. Okay, let's start with the users very quickly. I'm going to go back here and say const express again, which is going to be require express. Okay, const, what do we need? We need the router, which is going to be an express router. Okay, and then we are going to say module dot exports, which is going to be equals to router. Okay, so we're going to copy this and put that in products. Okay, and put that in the movies. That's it. In my users.js, we'll start writing the code here. So the very first thing that I need is something like a JWT. I hope you can recall, which is going to be require JSON web token. Other than that, we need crypto.js, if you can recall, right? Crypto.js, or simply I can say crypto, which is equals to require crypto.js. That's right. What do I need other than that? DB. So const DB is equals to require dot slash DB. And I forgot one more thing. If you can recall, it was a utils.js. If you can recall, that was something which was giving us create result method. So function, let's say create result, sorry, which is going, not ls, what the hell, it's a JS. So create result, it would take two things. One is going to be an error. The second one is going to be a data. So right here, hopefully we are going to go back and say const result is equals to an empty object, right? If error means if there is an error, we are going to say result of status, which is going to be an error, and result of error is equals to error. Okay, otherwise else, let's copy this, oops, and then put it here and say this is going to be success, and this is going to be the data, I'm sorry, data, and then we are going to say return result. What the hell? Return result. Again, we are going to say module dot exports, which is equals to create result, and this is the function create result. We can simply say only one. It doesn't need to be create result equals to create result. It makes total sense here. And then we will come back here and say const utils, which is equals to require dot slash utils. That's it. This is what we were looking for. That's it. Now we are going to add two routes here. So router dot post. This is where we are going to say sign up and sign in. So let's go for the sign up first. This is where we are going to get the request, this, and the response. Okay. We are going to get the data from user. Let's say name. What else do we need? Email, password, and a phone number. Okay. From request.body. That's it. Simply put, we are going to say db dot, sorry for that. So db dot, what do I need? db dot execute. And here we want to go for a statement. A statement would be something like insert into user. right? The name, email, phone number, and password. These are the values we want to insert. And values would be something like this. And hopefully this is where we are going to use a, yes, that's it. Okay, just please pay attention and tell me if I'm doing something wrong here. Otherwise, application would not work, So need your help there to check if the things are doing okay. So this is the statement we want to execute, and the statement may fail or may give me a status. So depending on, maybe this is the result. So depending on that, I'm going to return the result. So I'm going to say response.send utils.create result. This is an error and a result. That's it. We are done with the sign up part. Sign up is going to be very simple. Now let's go for the sign in part, which is going to be a little bit challenging. We don't need any name. We don't need any phone number. So here we are, and we will say, hey, just give me the thing like select, maybe I'm going to say ID, name, email, phone number from user, where email is equals to something like this. Email is equals to email, and password, which is equals to password. We are missing something. I don't know whether you can recall this or not. No one is paying attention, I guess, guys. We are passing the plain password. It should not be like this, right? We should go for encrypted password, right? Encrypted password, which is equals to crypto.md5, for example, and then we can pass the password there. And this is where we have to go for encrypted password. Okay, please pay attention, guys. Otherwise, it will be kind of, non-secure application. So this is going to be the case. And if we are getting the data, then we can say the data, or then we can say maybe the user is available. If not, then we can say user is not available. So if I'm going to say if error, in the sense if there is an error, we are going to create. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's go for, where is that, utils. Okay, let's go for copying this function for a couple of times. And here I can say create a success. Let's hard code this, because we know if this is going to be a success, then better we can say this way. And there is going to be create error. Why am I doing it? You will see that in a second. So this is how we will fix the problem. I'm going to say create error and create success. Why is that? I'll tell you that later. If you want to fix it, you can call that method here directly, but it's okay, not needed right now. So if error means if there is any error, we are going to ask that response to send, utils.create error, and directly right here we'll pass an error. That is going to be very simple here. Okay. Now else if there is no error, but else, okay, now we will check if the result is going to be an array, array of users. So if you want to say result, it's okay. Otherwise you can say users as well, that's fine. So maybe I can say users dot length, which is equals to 0. That means there is still an error that user does not exist. So maybe I can say user not found error. And if the user is going to be, user's length is greater than 0, then it is going to be a success result. So I can hard code this result in a sec. So maybe I can say const user, which is going to be users of 0. Okay, we need to create a token, if you can recall, and this token has to be used all the time. So this is going to be a token, which is going to be something like, do you remember, we call that as JWT dot sign function. And to do this, I'm going to create a new file called as config.js. Right inside this, we will say module.exports, and right here I will say what do I need? I need the signature, right? I'm sorry, I need the secret here. So let's use that secret and say this is the secret, say 1 2 3 4, whatever it is. So this is the secret here, just using a random number, that's it. For this, we are going to use a const config, which is going to be require dot dot slash config. And we'll use that config here and say this is going to be the ID user dot or user of ID. That's right. And we'll go for using the config dot secret. Okay. So that's how we are going to create the token. Okay, now we will send the result. We don't have to go for create result. We can go for create success. And right here, we will say this is going to be the user's name. Okay, user of name or user dot name, doesn't matter. User dot name, email. We don't need to pass that because we are already passing it there. So it's fine. User dot email. The hell. Next, we need the phone number. So phone user is going to be having a phone number key, and along with that we will pass the token. This is the token. Okay, that is it. I mean, we are kind of done with this now. So let's go back to the server. Let's use this where should I add that? Let's use this route, say const user route or router user, which is equals to require dot slash route slash users. Okay, and maybe I can say app.use. You can say the users, or, sorry, user, not users, user, a router user. That's it. So we are having all of these things here. Encrypted password should be in the string format. Yes, it should be. And am I not doing it? I hope I am, but let's check this quickly. Where are we? Where are we? Yeah, this is in a string format. Absolutely. This is also in a string format. That's right. Yes, Shubham. Oh, yes. You are saying something like this. Absolutely. Yes. I forgot that. Absolutely. Otherwise, I would have got that buffer. Absolutely. Thanks, Shubham, for that. Good. Okay. So now we are having sign up and sign in place. Let's quickly test that and see if it is working. So maybe I'm going to say node server.js. Where is that? Server 5, server.js.5. Server.js5 require. Okay, it started very good. Let's go for the postman. Let's create, I'm sorry, let's test this quickly and see if it is going to work. If it works, well and good. We'll write the other part of it. See how you are going to develop this application. So you will write the not all the APIs precisely. If you want, you can, but not needed to go for every single API there. So you may go for a bunch of APIs, and once they start working, you probably can start working on the Android side of it. So maybe you can do it simultaneously. Okay, maybe this is a test app. I'll do one thing. I'll just delete that test app. It's not needed. Or do I need to? Task and product. Okay, we don't need that. We can delete this one, or maybe we can create a separate collection. I'll do it later. So this is going to be our Android APIs, for example. So Android APIs right here. I'm going to start creating a new request. This is going to be a sign in and sign up. So first sign up naturally is going to be post. Right click on that. I'm going to say edit, go back to the variables and say this is the URL http://localhost:4000. This is the URL, not 3000. We are using 4000 here because tomorrow if you want to create the React application uses port 3000 by default. So that's the reason we have selected this port here. This is URL, that's going to be user/sign up. So I'm going to go back to the body. This is raw, and this is the JSON part of it. Okay, so here we are going to pass name, which is going to be, let's say, user1. Then we need an email. This is going to be user1@test.com. Okay, then we are going to need a password. Password is going to be something like test, and we need the phone number as well. So this is the phone +91 123, so on and so forth. Let's send this, and oh, there is a bad field error, column password in the field list, unknown column password. Okay, let's check this here. What's the issue? Let me check this. What's the error here? Password. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, so now I fixed it. Let's go back. Let's say send. Okay, just a sec. It's going to take a second or two. Save. And then send it again. Yeah, it worked. So basically my first user must have got created. I see that right here. Password is encrypted, so I cannot see that here. Okay. So sign up is working. Very good. I'm going to copy this and paste it and change this one to sign in. That's going to be a little bit simpler to use in this case. Sign in. We don't need name, we don't need phone number. Rest, we need all of this. I mean, password, email and password, we need that. And boom, I got the first thing working fine. So user registration and user sign up, both of them are working fine. Okay, I got the token here. So this is the token that I'm going to use for rest of my app. Okay, edit. This is going to be the token. Okay, so this is the token that we will use for rest of the APIs. Next, I think, we are going to go with simultaneous. Oh, let me get the suggestion from you. Should we go for simultaneous in a sense, side by side? Like first we create APIs in Express and then we'll consume them in Android side by side. Like first here, second here. Again, we'll come back to Express and we'll write the next APIs and then again we'll go back to Android and do it in that way. Is that okay? Very good. Actually, this is the way you should develop the application. So it'll be easy for you to switch the context and fix the things accordingly. Okay, so now because these things are working fine here, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back and create a new application here. This is where I'm going to create a new application. I'm going to say this is the application one for today. That's 12 and not right here. I'm going to create a new app directory there. So 2021 full time, we are in EDMC. Android code, we are in Feb 12, I guess. What the hell? Where did I create that? Did I not create that? Oops. Think it's so stupid. Didn't I not? Wait a sec. Where did I create it then? Oh, I didn't even check this. Okay, fine. It's okay. Now there is an option then. I'll go for creating the Feb 12 here and we'll create that application there then. That's okay. Okay, so let's create this application here. That's going to be my application one. So there we will write the application to call all my APIs there. Okay. So to do this, probably I'm going to create a new package as usual, which is going to be an activity. Okay. We need one more package called as adapter. Be there with me. We need one more package like model. And we need one more package. So fragment. Okay. So I'm going to move this activity to activity package. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's better you can just restart. That's it. So you will see main activity is right there inside the activity package there. I'm going to rename this and say this is going to be the home activity. This is what we have decided to go for. This is the home activity. This is where we will go for, and probably this is how we are supposed to write the code. Okay. So now we can see the home activity is in place. We need to create two more activities. One will be, let's go back here and say this is the sign in and sign up activity. So it's better we can start with the sign up activity first. Okay, this is going to be the sign up. Don't ask me again. So this is going to be the sign up activity, and in sign up activity, it's going to be very simple. We will just go for first we'll create a sign in activity as well. It's better you can say a sign in activity first. Sign in activity. Okay, so better we'll start with the sign in activity, and we'll go from sign in to sign up like what we have done earlier as well. Before that, I need one more activity. Hopefully you can recall we have created one more activity called as a splash activity, right? This is where we will take a decision whether should we go for main activity or should we go for a sign in activity. We want to go back to manifest file and change that intent filter from here to splash screen activity. Okay, so now we are having the splash screen in picture. In my splash screen, I will just write a very simple piece of code. We are going to say new thread, okay, new runnable. I hope you must have got a chance to look at this code here. We already have written this. It just, you need to practice, I guess. So hopefully you must have done that. I'm going to call thread.sleep, okay. We'll wait for only 1 second and then we'll go from here to the login or sign in activity. Am I in sign in? Oh, wow. Look at that. Yes, should have done that here. Thanks for that. See you exactly. And here we are. Okay, I'm going to say intent. Intent is equals to new intent. Where are we? We are in splash screen activity. Dot this, and where you want to go to, maybe the sign in activity, you know. So for now, I'll hard code this. Later on, we will take the decision based on the cache, based on the token, okay, or based on the log, sorry, status log. So hopefully this will move us to sign in activity. That's good. In sign in activity, I need the very simple UI. So I'm going to go back here. I'll say this is going to be the linear layout, you know, this is going to be padding 16 dp. And what do I need? Other than that, orientation equals to vertical. That's great. Okay, so here I need, okay, here I need a text view as simple as that, match parent wrap content. If time permits today, I'll show you some more things here. So this is going to be the user's, this is going to be the user's email. So I'm going to say, hey, enter email address. That's it. And then we will come back and say this is going to be an edit text, match parent wrap content. I don't want to add any hint. Instead, I'll say ID, which is going to be edit email. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. We will just add one more margin here. Margin on top will be 10 dp, for example. And this is going to be password. This is going to be the password. Okay. Maybe password, that's fine. If it is a password, then we'll have to use input type is equals to text password. Don't forget that. We need a relative layout where we can say match parent wrap content, and we can go for two buttons, you know, button wrap content, that's fine. We will say text is equals to sign in. Okay. And probably we will go for sign up button from here. Okay, and we'll move this to the right hand side. That's right, that's fine. Rather, I'm going to add a margin of say 30 dp, just move it down a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so probably the same UI, I'm going to copy this and paste it in sign up. We know we already are supposed to do the same thing. I mean, we already are getting this right here, almost similar right here. And other than that, we need two more rather. Should I? Okay, it's better. This is the first one. And what do I need? This is the another one. And that's it. Okay, so this is where we will ask user to enter your name. This is where we will get the user's name, you know. We don't need that. This is user's name. We need the email. Let's add the margin on top, 10 dp. Okay, email. Forgot to change that input type to text email address. Password is there. Yes, I hope this is what we are looking for. This is the password. That's right. This is where we can say confirm password. And I can simply say confirm. Other than that, I think we need one more, and that is going to be the phone number. This is the phone number. That's it. Okay, and input type is going to be the phone number. I'm sorry, the phone number. That's it. I think we are done, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we are having the sign up and sign in screens ready. I'm going to go back to the sign up first because that's how we will write the code. and we'll create very quickly the edit text. This is going to be, let's start with the edit name. Okay, and then we are going to use the email address. I guess this is what we are going to get from user. We are going to get the password. We are going to get the confirm password. We are going to get the phone number. That's it. Okay, so edit name is equals to, as usual, find view by id, add.id dot edit name. Go for all of them. Edit name right here. Edit confirm password right here. And finally, that's the edit phone. That's it. Okay, so this is where we are going to write those two methods, public void, let's say on sign up. This is the sign up activity. Okay, we will need a view v. Okay, and we need something similar here, sign in. So in sign in, we'll just go for finish. That's it. In sign up, we will check if user has entered the email and password. That's more important, and that's really a compulsory part. Okay, so that's where we will get all the details, and we'll check for them, and we will say this is what is compulsory for you. So it's going to be edit name. Sorry, it's going to be edit name dot get text dot toString. Okay, we will get all of these details. This is name, email. This is going to be the password. This is going to be the confirm password. And this is going to be the phone number. Okay, I'm sorry, the phone number. That's it. Don't forget to change that. This is going to be email. I'm sorry. This is going to be email, password. This is going to be the confirm password. And finally, this is going to be the phone number. Phone number. That's it. So here we are going to check if name.length is equals to 0. That means user has not entered any name. We'll just put a toast right now. We'll say toast and say, should I say please? Not needed, but it's okay. Please enter name. And we'll just copy and paste this message for all of them. So we can make all of these things mandatory. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. So name is mandatory, email is mandatory, password is mandatory, and then the confirm password is also mandatory. And if the password doesn't match, like maybe I'll say password dot equals confirm password, and if it is not matching, then also it is going to be an error. Phone number is optional, so you may not get the phone number. That's perfectly fine. User is not willing to share the password phone number. That's perfectly okay. So please enter email. Please enter what? Password, I guess. Okay. Next is going to be the confirm password. Please, instead of saying enter, I'll say confirm password. And if the password does not match, then I'll say password does not match. That's it. So now we are here. We will simply send the data to our API there, right? How do I do that? To do this, I'm going to create one more package here. Watch what I'm doing here. I'm going to create one more package called as utils, for example. Doesn't matter what name you are going to choose here, just a utility function, a utility package. And here we are going to create one more class called as constants. Here I'm going to put all my constants, constants. Precisely, it's bunch of constants, so it's better we can say constants. And right here we will simply create all the constants by saying public static string. Let's say this is going to be URL, server URL, for example, like what we did in Postman. So we are also going to declare a URL, so we don't have to write that again and again. So it's going to be http:// very important. You cannot use localhost here because we are going to run this application on other device. Localhost means that device itself. So I'll have to check my IP address. I'm going to use ifconfig. You can use ipconfig if you're on Windows, and get your IP address. Mine is something like this. So I'm going to go back, put this here. Port number is 4000. Okay, so that's how we are going to do it. This is the constants. Then probably I'm going to create one more class. Generally, I call it as a utils. You can call it as anything, where we are going to have public static string. I'm going to create a URL with this, and we'll say what is the API or what is the string path and string params. We don't need anything right now. It's okay. We'll take care of that later. We are simply going to say return constants dot URL. Better, I'll just say string dot format, and then we can say percentage, that's the server, slash percentage, that's the path. This is constant.url and this is the path. Okay. Why am I doing it? I'll tell you that in a second. So am I using slash here? No, I'm not using any slash. So that makes sense. So this is the method that is going to create a URL for me. Why am I doing it? I'll tell you that in a second. So in sign up activity, I want to first create the URL. So to create the URL, I want to say string URL, which is equals to utils, I guess, dot create URL. And what do you want to go to? I'm gonna go to user slash sign up. You know, so in this case, you know, I don't care about how the URL is going to get constructed. So tomorrow, if I move this application to my production server, then my IP address is going to change. If I keep on writing that URL all the places, I need to change that IP address in all the places, you know. So it's better we can just put that in constant at one place, and maybe if the IP address changes, I can just change it only at one place and it will get reflected in others. That's the reason why we are creating these constants. Why are we using these utils? It's very simple to construct the URL by writing a function instead of writing this string.format all the time. So that's the reason why we are doing it in this way. So this will give me the URL. If I want to make the your call to that URL, then we need that package we talked about yesterday. It's called as, you know, and I'm sorry, Android Ion, and probably this is the one that I need. If you go to that GitHub, search for compile, you know, this is the one which we need. Just copy this and go back to your build.gradle for module for application, not for the I mean not for the application here, the app here. App is nothing but the module. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to go back here and say implementation, which is equals to this. Change that to 2 plus. Whatever is available version, you just go back and say 2 plus. Okay, I'm going to go back and say sync now. Will take a sec, and yeah, that's it. This is what we are looking for. Okay, now we will write the code to send this request there. Now this is the post request. Okay, so going for a post request is going to be something like ion with context. This context is equals to this dot load. The method is going to be post, you know, and this is the URL. Okay, now we want to send the data. We want to send the maybe you can say user details. To do this, we are going to use something called as a JSON object. Not this JSON. This is the JSON object. Right? Am I not getting it here? Let's see. Ion is something which is coming here, and am I not getting the JSON? Surprising. Okay, say this is the object. Okay, we are going to say add JSON object here. Okay, and then we can say this is the JSON object what we are going to get from server, and then we can say set callback to new future callback to the JSON object. So this is the JSON object I want to create here as a body. Name can be anything. You are going to just say JSON object here. Now, what are different things that you want to pass? I want to pass 4 things, right? So body dot add a property, property would be name, and I will pass the name here. Okay. So whatever data you are passing from Postman, like if I go back to the Postman, this is what we are passing: name, email, password, and phone number. This is exactly what we have to pass here, so that user will enter the data and that data will be sent to the server. That's how we are going to do it. See, this is the way we are going to call that ion with blah, 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 load, blah, 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 add JSON object, and set callback to the future callback. Now, this is the user, this is the server response. You see that the server response is an object. If it is a curly bracket, that means it's an object which contains a status equals to success or error. So what am I going to do here is I'm going to say say string status, which is equals to result dot get. I need the status object. So result dot get status. Status is nothing but the key. Maybe as what we are going to get here. We are going to get the string here. So probably get as a string. Okay. If status dot equals success means we got the success here, or if not, that means there is an error. If it is an error, then what am I going to do? I'm going to put a toast method and say there is an error. Whatever the result is going to give me in that error, result dot get error. Should I? Or maybe I'll simply say this is going to be an error here. I'll say error while making a call. Error while making, or maybe signing up, or error while registering new user, whatever error you want to put there. If it is success, that means everything is going good. I'm just going to simply put a toast and say successfully registered user. That's fine. And we'll go for the sign in again. Okay. So that's how we are going to write the code. Now, if you are using HTTP, not HTTPS, so if you are using HTTP, if you look at the constant, our protocol is HTTP. We don't have any HTTPS. If you are using HTTP, we will have to go for the manifest and we'll have to add this one here. So probably here I'm going to say allow clear traffic. Allow clear traffic equals to true. This is required when you are using the protocol HTTP, not HTTPS. For HTTPS, we don't have to do anything. So remember, you have to go back to the manifest file and you have to use that clear text traffic if you are using HTTP. Okay. Now I'll have to go back to the sign in activity, and inside my sign in, we'll have to go to the sign up activity because my application is going to start with sign in, and from here we have to go to sign up. So first, we'll write those two methods, public void on sign in, I'm sorry, view or view v, whatever. I'm just going to go back here and say sign up, and in sign up, we'll simply go to the sign up activity. So intent equals to new intent this dot sign up activity dot class. Okay. And then we will simply go to start activity. This is the intent. Okay. On sign in, we'll write that in a moment. So first I am going to use this button and say on click of that on sign in, and on click of that it's on sign up. Don't forget, we have to do the same thing for other one as well, the sign up activity as well. Otherwise nothing is going to work. This is sign in and this is a sign up. Okay, so sign up, we already have written the code for that, so we'll check if the things are working fine. Okay, let's cross our fingers and see if the things are working. Oops, there is an error. What the hell is that? Well formatted token, where? Adaptive icon for what? We don't need anything for that. Just give me a sec. Let's go for a clean project and let's try again. Where is it giving you that error? This is foreground and background. We do not have that. Do we have that? Drawable LC launcher, background and foreground. Do we have that here? Sorry, drawable. Yeah, we have the launcher background and we do have this one here as well. Why is it coming here? I should have run the application first, but okay, so it's saying the merge one here. That's okay. So execution task, merge debug sources, failure access, work action facade, resource compilation error. This is mean error not well formed invalid token. Where is it? XML line number 1. I don't think so. Okay, maybe there is some problem from our sign up activity. Somewhere we are having an issue. Let's quickly verify that. Okay, we do have, everything is okay, I guess. There's no problem here. On sign up activity, things are looking good. Sign in is also there. That's fine. Everything is okay. some or the other, you know, some or the other activity XML file is the culprit. Somewhere it is not working, I guess. Let's check this. What I have. Let's figure out where we are making any error. Are we making any error? That's the first question. Home activity. Do we have anything here? No, that's a completely empty right now. There is nothing. And splash activity, there also you will find nothing. It's an empty activity right now. Exactly, there is nothing right here. So let's go back. Let's say rebuild project, and if no, there is some problem. Unfortunately, when you are doing something like when you get this error, merge debug resources, that simply means somewhere in XML file something has gone wrong, and that's the reason why it is not working. That's how you can just guess it. Check this out quickly. So 16 dp, that's fine. Vertical orientation, that's right. That's right. That's right. Don't think anything error here. Let's go for sign up. Let's check this whether we are making any kind of mistake. 30 dp, 10 dp, 30 dp. That's right. That's right. That's right. On click. And yeah, that is it. Okay, if it is the case, then I have no option but to simply delete this for a minute and see if the things are working fine. Now, if I delete this, I know I'm going to get an error here. No, there's still an error. So let's check this one as well. Sometimes, it's some problem and it creates an error. What is that linear layout? That's right. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's try that now. Still, there is no error. What the hell is that? Ah, nope. Maybe clear text traffic icon. Let's try deleting it and see if it is working. Nope. There is some XML problem. Somewhere there is an XML problem. Okay, let's not waste time into it. Let me try to create a new project very quickly and see if that is working, because yesterday I've upgraded my environment. I just want to make sure that everything is working there. So application 2 is working, so there is no problem here as such. If it is the case, then we don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to go back and just move all of them right here. So going back and creating a new package called as activity. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste all of them here. So I see all of them here. That's good. I'm going to go back here and copy all of those layouts now. So coming back here, I am going to move them into this, say, reveal in Finder, and paste them. So reveal in Finder, just copy and paste them here. Please replace them. That's okay. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, in the splash screen, we are going to use this. R is going to change here. It's going to be application 2 in all the application, all the components, I guess, right? This is the second one, right? Next one is this sign in activity. We need to go for sign in 2, right? Also, we'll have to change it to application 2. That's fine. Second thing, I see an error for the utils. So probably I'm going to literally copy and paste it here. And that's okay. And probably we need the ion dependency. So going back to the ion dependency here, say, yeah, we need this one. So apply the suggestions as well, and then sync now. Or did I not do it? Okay, let's try that now here. Maybe that could be the reason why it is not working, I guess. So let's give it a try again. Nope. Anyway, so hopefully we have created a new project from this, and hopefully this is going to work. I'm not sure. Let's try that. Unless we try it, we will not be checking. We will not be able to see whether it's working or not. So this is going to be a 2 2. That's right. And hopefully here also we need 2. That's right. Okay, so here also we need to make this 2. That's fine. We'll go back to the application activity. So first we'll make sure that it is working. We still are able to run that application. That's good. Now I'm going to go back to manifest, and not this one, this manifest, and we'll bring all the activities here. Okay. So this is where we are going to put everything here. That's it. Now let's see if that works. See, everything is working. There is no reason why it shouldn't work. Maybe something has gone wrong with this application 1. I'm going to close that. I'm going to work with the application 2 here. So there is no problem as such in our code. So everything is working fine. Now let's give it a try and see. This is user 2. I'm registering user2@test.com. Password is test. Again, password is test. Phone number is +91 blah blah blah. And I'm going to say should have changed it, but let's say, oops, wait a sec. I forgot to change that layout here. So bit confused now. I don't know whether you have seen this, but I think I didn't exchange them. So I'm a little bit confused, like which one is this and which one is that. So I think we'll just move this one here. Makes sense, isn't it? Let's go back and try to run this application. And hopefully we will start with the sign up part here. So this is where we will go for user2 @test.com. Password is test. Confirm password is test. +91 blah blah blah. Oh, +92. No. +91. I'm in India. And then I'm going to say sign in, or sign up rather. Let's see what happens here. Oh, something is happening or not. What the hell? This is going to be okay, that's an emulator. And let us see what happens here. Oh yes, that is what we are expecting. No security config. That means we'll have to go to the manifest. But if you see this error, no network security config specified, just go back and say clear this traffic to true. Okay, user clear traffic to true. That's right. Now let's go back quickly, try our application again. This is going to be sign up. User2, again user2@test.com. I don't know how many of you are still there, but if you are there, we are trying to call this API for the first time. So let me try and say sign up. This time, that should do provide installation. That should have worked fine. That's not a big deal. I'm going to say clean project. Sometimes, when we are changing this manifest file, sometimes it doesn't take it automatically. So it's better you go back and uninstall this application, and try one more time. Sometimes it happens. So nothing new. So say clean project. Sometimes it's okay to rebuild project as well if it doesn't work. And then we can say user2 @test.com. Password is test. Phone number +91 blah blah blah, and we'll say sign up. You see, I got a message, successfully registered user. Did you see that? I don't know how many of you have seen it, but if you have seen it, let me go back and say refresh and see. Look, oh my god. Oh, I'm so stupid. I mean, the things got inserted, but did you see that everything is undefined? How is it possible? It is possible because I don't know how many of you have seen this, but it is possible because we have created the body, but we never have sent it through the to the application here, right? So we forgot to say that. We didn't set that body to the request. That's a reason. Okay. So I'm going to say with not with, sorry, for, maybe I can say set body document body. No, set JSON body do we have here? Set JSON object, better. Set JSON object body. This is the body. That's what it's not. I mean, that's the reason why it didn't work. We didn't send that body here. That's the reason why our values didn't go. Okay. So I'm going to go back here and we'll truncate the table. So we'll start from scratch again, truncate it. There is no row here. I'm going to create a new row from my Android application. Okay. See if it is working. Sign up. We are going to create a new user, say user one. We deleted everything now. We are going to start with user1 at the rate test.com. Password is test. Password is test again. Phone number +91, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to say sign up. Good. I see successfully registered user. And if I go back here, I see record one. And if I say user, you see, I got my first user registered. That's it. So this is the password. This is the phone number. Things are really working fine. I think you are getting it. Are you? Guys, are you there? Yes. Now, if I look at this connection from my from my sign up activity, I send the data to middleware. Middleware has inserted the data into the database. That's it. This is what we were looking for, isn't it? So probably you can see my Android application is sending the data over the network, and my server is able to get the data and put that in a database. Things are really working fine. Now I'll continue with the login script, because login is going to be exactly similar. If one works, other one has to work. So I'm going to go back to my sign in. It's better I can just copy paste few things there. So coming back to the sign in, and I don't need the name here. So let's delete that. I don't need this one here. So that is it. Sign up. I'll do one thing. Just go back here and say sign up activity, and we'll move it horizontally. Split, not horizontally, sorry, my bad. Let's move it vertically. And then we can simply copy and paste the code. That's going to be easier one. Okay. So email and password, it's there. Very good. What do we need? We need in this one here. So we need email and password. Okay. Next, we need to check if the user has entered email and password correctly. If not, we will say generate an error. If then we will simply copy this entire stuff as it is, and then we'll write the code here. Okay. So this is not something we need to pass. This is not something we need to pass. We just need to pass email and password. And this is going to be the sign in URL. That's it. So we are having the post method here for sign in. We are passing that body, which contains email and password. Okay. Now, okay, so here we are. And I think if we are kind of saying like this is the success, if we are getting the success here, then probably I'm going to go to, okay, first let's say toast, and we'll say welcome to application or whatever. Welcome to the application. As simple as that. Okay, we don't need finish. We need to go from, okay, we need finish, sorry, but we need to go from here to home activity. If you can recall, if the login is successful, we have to go to the home activity. New intent. I think we are in the sign in activity dot this, and probably we will go to home activity dot class. Okay, and then we can call that method start activity intent. That's it. Okay, if the things are not working fine, I'll just give that error and say error while signing up, error while sign in. That's it. Sign in. That's okay. Now, before we say we are going to the main of home activity, we have to get the token out of it. Remember, we have to get the token and we have to use it for all of my APIs. So that is needed. So how do you do that? How do you cache this? If you can recall, in React, we put that in session storage. Do you recall that? Do you remember that code we have written earlier? After logging, we were getting the token, and the token we were adding that into session storage or local storage. In React, I'm talking about. How do you do that in case of Android then? In case of Android, do you remember yesterday we talked about something called the shared preferences? Or I think yesterday we talked about the shared preferences. If you can recall that shared preferences, I'm going to take a benefit of it and I'm going to do it right here. See, It's going to be again shared preferences. Preferences is equals to preference manager dot get default shared preferences for what's the name, sign in activity dot this. We'll say preferences dot edit, put boolean first. I'm going to say boolean login, like what we said last time, login status, which is equals to true. So let the user know that you already have logged in. You don't have to log in again. That's the reason why we are adding it. Then we need to put the token here. So I'm going to call it as a token. So whenever we need it, we can get it from shared preferences. Token is equals to, how do I get the token? To get the token, first we need to get an object. We need to get the data. If you look at the sign in response, we need to first get the data. A data is nothing but an object. Okay. So to do this, I'm going to say JSON object data, which is equals to the where is it, result is nothing but the result we are getting from server dot get, the key is data and the type is JSON object. So this is what it's going to give me, this data. Where is it? Here it is. This is going to give me this object data. Out of that, I'm going to use a token. We'll put the name and email address as well. Phone number we can skip, it's not needed there. Name is needed to welcome the user. So I'm going to say string name is equals to, data dot get string name. It's already there, right? No, it's not there. So get name, get key is name, and the type is going to be string. Okay, next I'm going to need a token, which is going to be data dot get token, which is again get a string. Okay, so we are having a name, we are having a token. So this is where the token will go. And we'll say one more time, a put string. Okay, that's the name. We will say the user's name, and then we will say commit. That's it. So after you say commit, you will go to the home activity. Okay, and then you will say finish. That's it. This is the way we are kind of getting the token and other stuff from our server. We are going to cache it, cache the data, and then we will go to the home activity. That's it. This is the way we will do it. Now, if we all are, if you have added that login status is equals to true, then why not to go to splash activity and make it automatically? In a sense, I don't need that actually. We can check that here. Say this is going to be shared preference. I'm sorry, this is going to be shared preferences. Preferences is equals to preference manager. I'm sorry, preference manager dot get default share preferences for a splash screen dot splash activity dot this, and we will check if the preferences dot get boolean, this is the key login status. By default, if it is not available, then it's going to give me a false result. If it is false, then we will ask user to go to the login activity. Otherwise, we'll ask user to go to home activity instead. Okay, so that's how we are going to do it. Okay, and then here we will say finish. We already have written this code earlier as well. We don't need this package name because we know it's now kind of fixed. Okay, so hopefully things are looking okay. Let me just go back, try to write the code, try to run the code and see if it is working. So we already have, what the hell? Did we run that last time? No, we didn't, right? If it is sign in, if it is false, or did we do that? Oh, I think it's better we can just run the application again and make sure that this is working. So this is the application one. I'm going to uninstall this and run that again. And then we will log in and log out isn't there right now, but at least login feature is what we are looking for. Something is going wrong. Oh, sorry, my bad. If it is not logged in, I mean, if it is a false, then we want to go to sign in. Otherwise, we will go to the home activity. Exactly. So Tejasvi, that's right. Now we are here. We are going to go for user1@test.com. Password is test. Let's say test blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try to sign in and we'll get an error while signing, which means if user is not writing the correct password or email, we are going to get an error. And if both of them are right, we'll get the welcome to application and we are going to the home activity here. I hope you guys are there and you are getting what we are trying to do here. We are trying to make our client application working by calling server APIs or REST APIs. Okay. Coming back to the coming back to the manifest here, Splash activity doesn't need any kind of label. Sign in is going to need something like sign in. Sign up is going to need one more. Let's say sign up. And here we are going to need, let's say home. That's it. This is the way we are going to do it. Okay. So probably I'm going to go back and say run and just quickly see whether my last status is being saved. And yeah, I see that it's working fine. Good. Did you notice something? The splash screen activity was getting displayed for a second, but you see that splash screen activity was having an action bar. I want to make that flash screen activity a full screen. So splash activity, we do not need any kind of action bar there. So to do this, I'm going to go back and say get support action bar dot hide. If you can recall, last time we were using that get support action bar to get the action bar, and we were using that back button and stuff like that, if you can recall, right? So this is where I can say hide the action bar. We don't need this, so we can hide that action bar here. As simple as that. So probably if I just go and quickly try that, check this. There is no action bar on top for a second because this is the splash connectivity and we do not have any action bar there. That's it. This is the way we can do that. Now we do not have any action, any icon yet. So once we are done with this, I'm going to show you how to set the icon and how to make it kind of better looking application by using something like a style and something like theme. Theme is not needed, but at least we'll go for styling. So we'll see how it can be done later once we are done with the functionality. Okay, so I think we are kind of done with that. I'm going to do one thing. I think you know now how to go for a post API. So I will kind of take a shortcut here. I'm not going to write any APIs for post and other stuff. You do it on your own. I'm going to add a few movie names. Which one should I go for? Seven. What was that? Seven. I'm sorry. One sec. How can I forget it after a long time? Will Smith. 7 pounds. Oh my God. After a long time. This is such a nice movie. How can I forget the name here? 7 pounds. So sad. So such a wonderful movie. Has anyone seen this movie yet? 7 pounds. Have you seen that movie? If you're emotional and if you like the emotional movies, fantastic movie. Will Smith. If you haven't seen that movie, I would say before you die, watch that movie. It's very nice movie. Okay. Yes, do it. We'll do that. I mean, watch the movies. I don't know whether you like movies or not, but I'm a movie buff. I mean, I watch too many movies. You know, my personal movie collection includes more than 6,500 movies. That's how crazy I am about movies. I watch too many movies. So 1.5 million is the budget, for example. It's more than that, but it's okay. Another very nice movie from Will Smith is like Pursuit of Happiness. At least you must have seen this movie. If not, again, watch this movie. Such a nice movie. I like emotional movies like this. Again, it's going to be Will Smith. I like this one as well. Will Smith, such a nice hero. Actress, I don't know. Not interested in actresses there. So it's fine. This is Pursuit of Happiness. This is Will Smith's 7 pounds. Again, yes, there's another movie. I don't know whether you have seen this. What is the name? Jennifer Lovett is the actress, and movie name is If Only. Such a nice movie. Another nice movie. If Only. It's Jennifer Lovett. She is the person. Yeah, Jennifer Lovett. She's the person. Don't want to write the entire name there. She's the producer and she's the actress as well, and she's wonderful. I mean, movie is so wonderful. Maybe I'll just say 500,000. Okay, and the name is If Only. If you haven't watched this movie, again, watch it. I'm Legend, that fine. I'm Legend, Robot. All of these movies are also nice from Will Smith. They are two emotional movies. Okay, or maybe I'll say simply 500,000. That's fine. If Only. That's another movie. Another one, I love that movie because of Scarlett Johansson. Lucy. Haven't you seen that movie? If not, again, I would say better you watch this movie before you die. That's such a wonderful movie. At least computer geeks should watch this movie, and forget about the concept. At least for Scarlett Johansson, you should watch that movie. Such a nice movie, such a nice actress. I don't know whether you know this, but yeah, 100% brain news, absolutely. Who's that? Sankarshan, exactly. So you must have watched that movie. 100% brain news. Such a wonderful concept. I can't believe these people can go beyond the imagination and write such kind of movies. Such a wonderful movie. Can't describe it. How wonderful and how I like that movie. I've watched this movie at least 15 to 20 times, and such a nice movie. You watch it for the first time, you want to watch it again and again. Such a nice movie. Scarlett Johansson. She is the highest paid actress. I don't know whether you know this fact or not. She's the highest paid actress. Anyway, so probably Lucy, I mean, that's okay for more movies. I think if I just talk about it, the list will go on and on. And for next couple of hours, I'll just talk about the movies only. So let me stop myself. Let's go to the product then. I think, I mean, I can't control the movies when it comes to this, but it's okay. Let's say this is going to be a product one description. This is a product one, for example. The product price is 100 and category is, let's say, electronics. As simple as that. Sorry, electronics. Okay, I need one more just for testing purpose. This is going to be products two. This is a product two, I guess, right? Let's say 200 rupees, for example. This is a home decor. Okay, that's fine. So we are having two products to move or a couple of movies. Now I'm going to go back and write code for movies and products. Route. Where are you? Here it is. Exactly. I'm not going to write the edit and maybe you can say edit in a sense CRUD. I'm not going to write the CUND. You will write that on your own if you really want to. I'm going to show you R here. If you know how to write one movie, sorry, how to call one API, you can simply copy and paste that for the others. Right? So here I'm going to go back and say router.get. I'm going to get the router for slash and say this is going to be a request and the response. All I need to say here is the const db is equals to require dot slash db. We need the utils as well. So utils is going to be require dot slash utils, and probably we will simply go back here. We'll say const statement, which is equals to select ID. This is products, right? So select ID, title, description, price, and category from product. Okay. Again, it's going to be db.execute. This is the statement. We are going to get the error and the products. And here we will say return it directly. So response.send utils.create result. This is going to be an error. This is going to be a products. Okay, that's it. So copy this and paste that in the movies, and just need to change few things here. So what do I need? Maybe the name or the title, then the actor, then the actress, from, and the budget as well. From. One sec. Why am I not doing it? I'm so stupid. One sec. Let me go back and design this and add one more. Instead of saying budget is not needed actually. Who cares what was the budget there, right? So we need to add one more so we can at least use it. Rating, I should have done that, but it's okay. So that's a movie, and movie has a rating. Out of 10, I would say out of 10, I will go for 10 out of 10 for all of the movies, but at least we need to say, we need to show something there, oh, let's say out of 5, 10 is too big. Out of 5, I'll go for 5 here. I'll go for, let's say 4.5, or I'll go for 4.0. What the hell is that? Is it not float? It is, isn't it? I'm sorry. It is float, isn't it? Yeah, that's a float rating. So it should have gone for float then. Okay, let's leave it for now. We'll check that from there. Okay, so this is going to be 3 and this is going to be 2. Don't get those ratings. I mean, don't be very serious about those ratings. This is for testing purpose. This rating has no meaning because you know that these movies are such wonderful. Can't describe how thrilled I am when I watch those movies. Anyways, budget is not there. I need a rating part here. That's it. And what we are going to get, we are going to get movies. That's it. From movie or movies. Is it movie or is it movies? Yeah, it's a movie. So, oops. So that's a movie. That's right. So we do have the movie and movies. That's right. And I'm going to go back to the server and write the other part. That's going to be, let's say, router for products. Okay. So this is where we are going to say products. We don't need to say JS here. It's already been covered here. We don't have to worry about that. This is going to be router movies. Okay. So this is where we will get the movies part, and hopefully that will work. Okay, so this is where the product is. This is where the movie is. Okay, router products, router movies. That's it. Okay, so let's go back quickly and see if we can get the things there. So I'm going to need one more request for get movies. So this is going to be the URL. We know that. We haven't added any kind of token support yet. We will do that later. And we'll simply say movie and I'll get the list of movies. Should I not? Movie or movies? Oh, sorry. Did I use that? Yeah, I did actually. What it is saying? There is no get movies. How is it possible? Okay, so probably if I go for the movie, that's right. That's get movie. And if I look at the products, that's again router.get. That's perfectly fine, isn't it? Let's check that here. Did I use node or nodemon? That's another problem. Exactly. That's the reason why it is not restarting it. So sad. Should I have gone for nodemon, it would have automatically refreshed it. Exactly. Now, if I go back and say send, see, I'm getting all the movies here. That's fine. I'm going to add one more request and say get products and say this is going to be the URL. This is going to be the product. And yes, I'm getting both the products here. That's it. So you see, it's very simple. Now I'm going to go back and write the code next in the next part for getting the movies and products in two different fragments, and we'll add that fragment right here inside of this. I'll make the arrangement. We'll take a break. We'll come back after the break and we'll implement this in the fragment part. Okay. So this is the fragment, and I'm going to create two classes there. One of them is going to be the product fragment. Okay, and another one is going to be the movie fragment. Okay, so this is how we are going to create that product and movie fragment, and we'll write our code here. Okay, and then we will add a tab layout and we'll add the view pager there. I hope you all are with me and you are getting what I'm talking about. So this is something we already have seen earlier. It just we are kind of using all of these features in one single application there. Okay, and then we'll go for styling. We'll make it a little bit beautiful. By the time, I'll give you a small task. If it is possible for you to, when you're having a breakfast, if you're possible for you to do it, just search for a login, let's say Android, probably login template, or maybe you can say login UI. Just look for some nice UI, maybe finalize it, and then we'll see how to imitate that, because I want to make that application a little bit better. Just don't look too fancy, otherwise it's going to take time to get that, and we don't have the assets or images there. So we'll go decent one, and then we will try to use one of the templates there and see how it is possible for us to use that styles, and how we can make it a little bit more attractive. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Other thing I want you to do it before you take a break, before you go, before you start having your breakfast, just go back here and say, go to the angular.io. This is something we will have to write the application for making a front end, the maybe you can say SPA type application. So go to this android.io, go say get started, go to get started here. and use this command in order to install the Angular CLI. So just copy this, paste it. It's going to take time. So be there. I mean, just execute this. Once you execute that, go in your any directory and say ng new app. Just say, I don't want to use any routes. Say enter, enter, enter. Don't do anything and just wait for the next instructions. Okay. I'll show what exactly it is and how exactly we have to do that later, but at least start installing it. So probably while we are, while we are taking a break behind the scene, your installation would get finished. And when we come after the break, we start directly writing the code in both of this stuff. Okay. So probably this will save your and my time as well. Okay. Now we'll take a break here. We'll come back and we'll finish the application done. Okay, so sorry, I don't know why it's didn't blink actually. Generally makes the sound. One sec. Okay, I'm not so sure. Ah, that's why I was not able to hear it. Okay, anyways. Otherwise, it just says it rings it. Anyways, are you there, guys? Okay, that's great. Okay, so you must have installed that Angular, I guess, and you must have chosen the login thing. We'll see that later. First, we'll finish the functionality, and then we'll go for the actual part. Okay. Okay. Let's continue further. Where are we? Here it is. So here we want to get the data in the fragments. So yesterday we have seen the fragment, and if you want to use the fragment, you have to create a class. I think we already have created both the classes there. So the class movie fragment is there, class product fragment is there. So hopefully classes are there, but they are not yet fragments. If you want them to work as fragment, you have to extend them from fragments class. So it's going to be the fragment here. Okay, and you have to make that other one also a fragment. So this is going to be extends fragment. That's it. Okay, so hopefully both of them are going to be the fragments. Now we'll start with should I? Okay, let's start with the products fragment. It's going to be very simple. I hope you can recall there is a method called as on create view. Okay, there is a method called as on view created. This is something that we have seen yesterday, and we said that we are going to get the data from on resume method. So on resume is where we will write the code to get the data from somewhere, either from the database or from the server. This is where we have to write the code. See how we do. How do we do that? This is going to be a fragment. This is the XML file. It's going to be a fragment. Fragment for what? Let's try again. This is going to be the fragment for product. Okay, so fragment products, and this is where we are simply going to use a list view. I'm not going to waste too much of time. You already know how to use the relative layout, so you can do that later. Just want to get everything there, so that's the reason why we are going to do it in this way. Okay, so this is going to use a list view just to make the things maybe quickly finished on time. So we are going to say this is going to be a list view. That's it. So this list view is where we want to see the list of products. How do you do that? You do that by simply getting the data from our REST API. So this is where the list view is needed. List view. Okay. We need an adapter. So I'm going to go back here and create a package called as an adapter. And right inside this package, I will create a class called as product adapter. This is maybe you can say array adapters base class, adapter subclass. This is array adapter. Adapter for what? I think we have to have a model class now. See, all of them are kind of dependent. So there's a model class, which is going to be something like a product, which is going to have, let's say ID, private share, private string or private integer. We'll start with the product's ID, then again private string, product's title, then the product's description, then the product's category, and the product's price, float price. That's it. We know what needs to be done there. Sorry, we'll say create a constructor with all of them. Okay, we need a constructor which is going to be an empty constructor, default constructor. We need the setters and getters. So let's go back and get all of them here as quickly as possible. Okay, now we can go. This is an array adapter for product. Sorry, for product, and probably there is a method. Sorry, this is a method that we are going to override. It's going to be a get count, and get view, if you can recall. This is get view. That's it. So this is the product adapter we were supposed to create. We don't need this one here. Instead, we need an array list of product. Can say the products here. R dot layout dot fragment. Dot. We don't have anything for a list item, right? So we are going to create a list item underscore product. And this is where we will add linear layout on top as a root element, and we'll say the padding is equals to 16 dp as usual, and probably we need the orientation equals to vertical. Guys, just give me a sec. Sorry. Here we are. So we need those text views here, right? So maybe I can say match parent wrap content. There's going to be say ID is not needed. We can directly say this is going to be a text title. Okay. So we need text title. We need the text price, and hopefully we need the category. Okay, and then we need the description. As simple as that. Okay. So this is how we will create a simple view or simple representation of a product. Just going to going to go with a text style, going to be bold, and we'll change the color to black 000. Okay, anyway, so my XML file is ready. I'm going to go with the product adapter, and this is where I'm going to say the list item product. Okay. Get count is going to be, I'll have to store that data. So this dot products, hopefully you can recall, this is something we already have done earlier. There is no product, so we'll create that here. And from get count, we are going to return products dot size, right? So here we will get the layout inflator, which is equals to layout inflator from get context. Again, we are going to say linear layout is equals to inflator dot inflate r dot layout dot what's that, list view item. Second parameter is going to be null, and of course we need the typecasting there, and we will return that layout. But before we return that layout, I'm going to go for getting the product here. Product is equals to products dot get the position from where we want to get the current product, and then we can say all of these text views, right? So text view text title is going to be say layout dot get, sorry, layout dot find view by id r dot id dot text title. So this is how we will start doing all of that stuff. So text title, text description, text description, text price, and the text category. This is the text category, and this is the text price. Okay. We just need to get the data and put that there. That's it. It's going to be text title dot text set text, which is going to be the title. Maybe I can say product dot get title. Okay, then text description is going to be set text product dot, sorry, product dot, the hell is that, product dot get description. Okay, and the last one is the text price. No, there is one more. Text price dot set text is equals to price. We'll at least come to know like what the price is, and then we can say product dot get price. And last one, Category is dot set text. Maybe I can say which category that product belongs to by saying that product dot get category. That's it. That's it. So we are kind of done with that product adapter. Okay, I'm going to go back to the products fragment somewhere here. So we have the product adapter ready. We are going to say product adapter, right? We'll go for the on create view. Sorry, we'll go for creating a new fragment products here where we are having the list view there. So probably I'm going to go back and say linear, return what? Inflator dot inflate. This is where we are going to inflate layout fragment products. Second parameter is going to be null anyways. Okay, so here we are. We are going to have that view there. So we are going to get the list view, which is equals to view dot find view by id, r dot id dot list view. So this is where we are going to get the list view there. We need an adapter. So adapter is equals to new product adapter. We need an array list as well. So probably I will say an array list of product. Say products is equals to new array list of products. Okay, so here we are having the product adapter. We need the context. Context is equals to get activity. Second parameter is the products array. So this is going to be the products array. And then we can simply say list view dot set adapter, right? In on resume, we want to send a get request to the URL and get the list of products. So maybe we can say ion with context is equals to get activity. This is the context set. This is the load URL. So sorry, this is going to be the URL, which is equals to utils.create URL. That's a method we have created there. And I want to go to /products. That's it. This is the path here. So this is the path we will go to. We have the URL and the default method is going to be get. You don't have to say that, but it's fine. So as we are going to get again the JSON object and say set future callback, set callback new future callback. This is how we will get the data. Now, if you can recall, every time we are going to get an object which is going to have a string status, you see, that status is going to be either, status is going to be either success or failure. So maybe we can say result.get, this is going to be the status dot get a string if status dot equals success, then we'll do something. Otherwise, we'll simply say toast. Maybe I'll say get activity, that's a context, and then say error while loading products, as simple as that. If you find the data or if you find the response with status equals to success, we'll get JSON array because we are getting an array there of maybe I'll say products or data. This is the data. If you look at the if you look at the Postman side, this is what we are getting, which is having an object which contains the status, and the data is going to be square bracket. Square bracket means an array. So this is the data we are going to get from result saying give me a object with the key data as JSON array. Get as JSON array. Okay, so this is a JSON array. Every single array member is an object, so this is an object. So probably I am going to do it in this way. So this is for we'll have to say integer length, integer index, which is equals to 0, data dot length, index is going to less than data dot size, and then say index plus plus. We are going to go to every single position and we are going to get it as a JSON object. So JSON object is equals to data dot get index as a JSON object. So what we are doing here is like we are going to every single position, index position, and we are getting the data. That's what we are doing here. Okay. So this is the JSON object. The JSON object is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys. So we will retrieve those keys and we'll create a product out of it. So product, which is equals to new product. And right inside this, we'll set the data. So set ID. How do I get the ID? I'll say object.get. This is the key ID. And I know it's going to be an integer. That's how it is. Again, product.set, let's say title. How do I get that? It's going to be object.get This is going to be a title, get as string. Okay. Next, product dot set category, object dot get get category, get as string, because all of them are strings there, right? And finally, I think I'm missing the description. So description is equals to object dot get description dot get as string. That's it. We got the product here. Am I missing anything? ID, title, price. Oh, I'm missing a price. Set price, which is equals to get object dot get price. It's a float value, so I'll say get as a float. Okay, and then we can say products, sorry, products dot add the product. Okay, so before we do anything, we will want to get the products clear. And once we are done with it, we will say adapter dot notify dataset change. This is exactly what we have done yesterday. Okay, so hopefully things are looking good. I guess it will work. So let's give it a try. I'll go back to the Android, sorry, I'll go back to the home activity there. So let us see how it can be done. Home activity somewhere here. And this is where we will start creating a tab layout and a view pager. We don't need that. We will simply go back and say this is going to be the linear layout. This is going to be the orientation vertical. We need a tab layout there, not table, it's tab layout. And we will save match parent grab content. Okay. And we need a view pager. So this is going to be the view pager. Match parent is what we are supposed to do. There will be an ID view pager. Okay. Okay, so I think we'll go back to the home activity. We'll create the view pager and the tab layout. So tab layout at the same time. View pager, view pager. If you can recall, we already have done that. Am I right, guys? You there? This is something we already have seen earlier. We are just using it in one single application. So I'm going to say view pager, find view by ID as usual. Sorry, find view by ID, r dot ID dot, what is that? View pager, I guess. That's it. And similarly, I'm going to go with the tab layout is equals to find view by ID, r dot ID dot tab layout. Oops. What is the ID that I gave? I guess I didn't pass any ID to that exactly. So this is going to be the tab layout. Okay, out. That's it. So this is going to be the tab layout. That's right. Okay. So first we have to create a product. Sorry, we have to create an adapter. Like this one here, adapter. And I will say something like product. Sorry, what is that? Home screen adapter. I'll call it as a home screen or home activity adapter. Better. Name doesn't matter. I know Shakespeare already has said that. What's there in a name? So it doesn't matter. Main thing is it has to be fragment pager adapter. That's more important. So there'll be a couple of methods we have to go for. One of them is going to be the get item, and depending on how many items you want to add, you will decide it. So I want to add two items. One will be the fragment product, and the other one will be the fragment movies. That's it. So if position is equals to 0, I'm going to show the list of products first. So I'll say return. I think we need to create an object of both of them. So it's going to be product fragment. It's going to be product fragment. I'm sorry. Let's go for product fragment is equals to new product fragment. The next one is movie fragment. I'll say movie fragment is equals to new movie fragment. Okay. And if it is 0, I'm going to return the product fragment. And if it is if it is 1, let's say position is equals to 1. Okay, return what? Movie fragment. That's it. Okay. So I'm sorry, else if, and this is the way to do it. Similarly, hopefully you can get that. This is where we are supposed to do this. What the hell is that? Else if. Okay. So by default, it's going to be null. That's it. We need to implement one more method, get get page title. And depending again on what position is, we'll do it in this way. So if it is position 1, I'll call it as products. That's a key I want to return. and this is going to be the movies. That's it. Okay, we are kind of done with that. That's good. So I'm going to use this home activity adapter in case of my home activity somewhere here. Okay, so it's get auto imported now, and there we are going to say adapter is equals to new home activity adapter. This is get support fragment manager, get support fragment manager, support fragment manager, and then we can say the view pager dot adapter set adapter is equals to adapter. That's it. I hope that is going to work as per expectation. And then tab layout is set up your tab layout with view pager. This is something that we have seen yesterday. Let's cross our fingers and see if it works. Oh, something is not working. Let's go back here. Somewhere something is going wrong. Not a null object. Okay, so seems like we are getting nothing here. So is that URL right? I'll do one thing. Instead of writing it here, I will change that to this one. So it will be easy for me to see what is going on. So log.e, this is going to be the URLs, and I will say this is the URL that you are going to visit now. So everything will be logged in your log.e or log. something, and then we will say URL. So at least we'll come to know which URL we are visiting if there is any error with the URL itself. I don't think so, but let's give it a try. Okay, so application is crashing, and let me see the URL here. What's the URL? URL is this. Oh, cannot. Oh, it's my bad. It's not the products, I guess. It's a product. That's where the issue is. Exactly. So yes, accidentally, I said that products. It should be the product, not the products. And yeah, I see the list of products there. You see how simple is that? There is no movie. I mean, there is a movie in the database. There are movies, but we haven't downloaded any movie. That's the reason you don't see anything here. So I see the list of products that looks very, very good, and list of movies. I don't see anything right now. Let's go back very quickly. Literally, rather, I'm going to copy this code as it is, and we'll fix it for the other one. Where is it? Where is it? Movie adapter, movie fragment. That's it. So it's just going to be the movie here, by the way, we'll have to create a model class, which is going to be movie. So movie is going to be having all of these members like private integer ID, private string, title, okay, private string actor, private string actress. What else am I looking for? Reading, right? Private float reading. That's it. Okay, so let's create a constructor with all. Create a constructor for default. Select none, and we will need create this. Create the setters and getters. That's it. So we are done with that. I'm going to use this right here inside my fragment. Here it is, movie, right? This is the movie one, and I'm going to call this as movies. So this is going to be movies. This is going to be movies. This is not a product adapter we are going to use. We are going to use movie adapter. So this is going to be movie, Let me just go back and say refactor, rename movie. Okay, so movie ID, movie title, we are having it there. So movie actor, movie actress, and the movie rating, So set ratings, and I'm sorry, set ratings. And this is where we are going to say movies.add, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is where we are going to create a movie object there. So set actor, I think actor is the object key. I think the actress is the key, and the rating is the key. I think the rest of the things will remain same. Okay, so we need to create an adapter here, like product adapter. I'm going to literally copy this, and we'll say it's going to be the movie adapter. Okay, so in the movie adapter, it's not the product, it's going to be the movie, that is it. And there will be movies, not the products. So this is going to be the movies, that is it. This is going to be the movie. So okay, movie, that's it. There's going to be movies dot size, movies dot blah blah blah, and this is going to be the movie. Okay, this is going to be the movie dot title text blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to create one more XML file for that movie. Okay, it's going to be copy of product. It's going to have all of these things there by default. See, everything is there. Title is there. I need the actor, I need the actress, and I need the rating. Okay, for rating, I don't think text view is a good idea. We'll go for rating bar. Okay, so rating bar, match pan, and I'm sorry, it's wrap content, because you know that, right? If you go for match parent, it's not going to get the num star here. So ID is going to be the rating bar. Okay, ID title, sorry, title ID is not something we want to show there. Okay, that's fine. So coming back here, this is going to be the text, not description. This is going to be the actor, right? This is going to be the actress, and this is not a rating. I'm sorry, it's not a text bar. It's going to be rating bar, which is going to be something like a rating bar. This is something like an actress. This is something like an actor. Okay. We need the actor here, text actor, text actress, and we can get that by using get actor, and we can say that by using get actress. That's it. Again, we are going to say rating bar dot set rating. Okay, what do we do? Well, I think we want to go for movie dot get rating. That's it. Okay, so am I missing anything? No, I don't think so. Things are working fine. That's good. So hopefully I'm going to go back here. It's not the product adapter. It's a movie adapter here. Okay. This is going to be a product adapter. No, there's going to be movie adapter, and the rest hopefully will work. I don't know. Let's give it a try. So coming back here, I'm crossing my fingers. So I didn't change that one here. Sorry. Oh yeah, that we already have changed. Very good. Okay, let's see what happens here. Something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong. Something is not working. I think the URL is invalid, I guess. Let's try that. No, URL is valid. That's correct. Something is not good. Movie fragment line number 70. Yeah, that's an actress or something. Let's check that quickly. This is movie, and that's actress. Correct. Oh, it says like if the data is not available, if it is null, then it is crashing. And that is very true, because if it is not null, then we will not get anything there. And actor and actress, both of them are optional. Okay. So if it is kind of is null, sorry, is it JSON null, then we'll go for a, maybe we'll go for a blank string. And if it is actress is JSON null, in a sense, if it is null, then we'll go for an empty string, and otherwise we'll go for getting the actress value from there. Okay, so that's how it is. I'm going to go back and say run. Oops, still there is some crash. Let's see where it is crashing now. Okay, get actor, what it is now? Null object. Okay, so if it is null, then there is no point of checking it. So if it is not null, maybe I can say this is available, or if it is equals to null, then we'll go for an empty object. And if it is not, oh, okay, I think it's better we can just go for, no, I think we already have set it, right? That shouldn't be the problem. Let me check why it is doing it, because if we are we already have set the empty value. So if it is null, then we are already have set the empty value, then it should not crash. I mean, it should work. Let's go back. I'm sorry. Let's go back and say log.e, or it's better we can just put a breakpoint. For the first time we are doing it. So let me put a breakpoint and let me go for debugging. So debugging, this is where we will check what is the movie object looks like. So just coming back here and see what is the movie object. Actress is this, actor is Will Smith, that's fine. Actress is empty, and that is it. That's good. Let's continue and see what is the next movie object. We can see that here as well. That is also right. Actor is empty, that is right. I'll do one thing. I'll go back to the movie adapter and put a we'll put a object here. Last time it crashed right here, I guess. Here it was crashing, right? So let us see. Continue. We are done with that. So we are getting all the data there. Now we'll see what is an issue. So that is okay. That is the problem. Yes, this is what the issue is. You see, I was using a wrong one here. That's okay. Is there anyone, or am I the only person? You see, we are getting all of them here. So we are getting the 7 pounds, we are getting the pursuit of happiness, and we are getting all of these things here. See, products, movies, and everything is kind of coming from the server side there. Okay. So probably if the things are working fine, you can add the logout feature, you can add a product, add movie, and all of that stuff we already have done earlier. So nothing new to us. This is something that we already have done last time, right? It's like we just have to copy that code and put it here. It's nothing difficult as such, I guess. Am I right, guys? I hope so, right? Okay, if you say so, that's good. So probably things are working fine, I guess. And if it is the case, then let's continue further because we want to go for, you know, getting one more stuff and see. I think we decided to go with some better option, right? We'll say that whether it is going to be a kind of attractive or not. I mean, that's what we are looking for. Let's see how we can make it attractive. Can we make it attractive? That's first question. And if we can, then let us see how we can do it. Hmm, let's see how do we do that then. Hmm. Okay, so I think we need to look for a better UI. Can anyone tell me, like, have you selected one? Let's see. I'm gonna wait for you. So can you tell me, guys, how did you do that? I mean, did you find one? Let's see who can suggest something. Put a URL. You must have visited something, right? Okay. Someone is saying something. That's a sec. Anyone other than that? That's it. That's the only one. Manjari, that's the only one, I guess. Downloaded it. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, that's good. What else? Anyone, guys? That's the only one. Hello. Okay. Oh, you are doing it now. It makes no sense. I asked you to do it when you are having your breakfast, right? Can't go for that. We don't have that graphics. Neither we can go with that because we don't have that graphics. And it's just a image, background image, you know. Let's see what you are saying, Sneha. Okay, that's what you are giving it here. Okay, fine. So I don't have that graphics. Seems like you people didn't do that. I'll go with this. Manjari, thanks for that. We'll go with this. I have no problem. I'll show you a couple of things. Let's see how it can be done. I'm going to go back and open my application called as a zip. You know this, right? So I'm going to choose this color. Okay. So I'm going to pick this up. And this is the color 002E5A, whatever it is. I'm going to go back here. And this is my sign in activity. Okay. In my sign in activity, I can find XML file. Only the XML file needs to change. Otherwise, I mean, the other things will automatically come by default. Okay, so this is the background color we want to change to. Background is equals to this. That's it. You see how simple is that? And then we can go back and say this is going to be the text color, which is going to be hash FFF, white color. Now see what happens here is, I know that every time we'll have to use that color code. Like this is the color code for, maybe this is, what is this? Is it blue or is it, yeah, it's a kind of blue. I'll call it as a dark blue. So every time I have to use this one, I'll have to remember this background color. And when I say I have to remember this background color, I have to copy and paste it otherwise. I have no problem with copy pasting, but you know what? Later on, tomorrow, if I decided to change, if I decide to change that color to something else, let's say I want to change it to red, though I'll have to go to every single place and I'll have to change that color code to red. I hope you are getting my point. So if you write the code here, color code, then probably it is going to make your code, or it's going to make your life a little bit difficult by literally replacing that value to the new code every single time. So what's a better option then? The better option is, you see that inside your rest there is a directory called as a values, and inside that there is something called as a colors. So probably instead of writing, or instead of having those values there, you can come back and you see it's already been defined, black and white. So similarly, I can say this is going to be, say, dark blue. This is my theme color. Okay, so probably this is the color that I want to use here. So this is the dark blue color. How do I use it then? To use it, you can go back here and say @color / dark blue. So you see, I'm getting the same piece here, but tomorrow if I want to change it, I can change it only at one place and everything will be done. Same thing here. I don't want to use that hard-coded color now. I'm going to say color white. You see, that's it. This is the way we can do that. Similarly, I'm going to go back here and copy and paste it for this edit text. So let's put that right here. For edit text, for this text view, everywhere, wherever I'm using that background color as dark blue, it makes sense to go for the background, the text color as white. Okay, that's the first thing. Inside edit text, there is something like a, which color? There is one more. The outline ambient, no, outline spotlight shadow color. No, we don't need to do that. We can simply go back and change few things there. I like this one, it's okay, but I'm going to make it even better than that. Okay, I'll show you something. So probably you can see, oh, this one. Do you see that it's having a kind of a background color, a complete background color, and then on top of that it is using the front end color. So I may change this background color to something which is having a little bit lighter color in that category. So maybe I can say it's a light blue, for example, and I can change this to something which is going to be that same. Fine. So this is the background color I'm going to use, and see how does it look like. So this is @color, and the color is equals to this. Do I see that background color here? I don't think so. Do I? This is the background color. I don't think so. Let me change that background color to a little bit more in this case. And oh, still no. Let's change that background color to something like white. Oh yeah, that color is getting loaded, but it seems like this color is not getting loaded. So let's try the other one, light background or light blue, and see if it is going to do the job. No, it's not. Leave it. There is a better option to do that. So instead of setting the background color like this, what am I going to do here? Watch this. Guys, are you paying attention? This is where I'm showing you how to make your own drawables. So go to the drawable and create a new XML file. I'm going to say this is, say, app edit background or app edit text background. You can say anything there, doesn't matter. I'm just going to say that it's background colors. It's going to be a background color for the edit box. I don't want to use that selector here. Instead, I'm going to use it as a shape. I know edit text is going to be of rectangular shape. So shape is going to be rectangle here. And I will set the background property to the solid. So this is the solid color, and I can use that light blue color here. So this is the color that we are using. I think it's too dark. Still, it is too dark. So let us make it little bit lighter. That's fine. Other than that, I want to also change the corner radius. Watch what happens here. I'm going to set the corner and say the corner radius is equals to 10 dp. Now tell me, have you noticed anything when I set the corner radius here, or simply radius here? Do you remember in CSS there is something called the corner radius, right? This is exactly what we are doing here. Corners radius is equals to 10 dp. Now this is the XML file, app edit text, blah, blah, blah. And I want to use this app edit text into my XML or in my edit text all the time, okay? So I'm going to go back to my edit text here and we'll say that the background color is going to be drawable app edit text background color. So this is the background color I want to use. It seems like that color is getting diffused here. That's the reason why we are not able to see it. Not big deal. I mean, I'm going to go for white and see if it is taking any effect here. So it's a sign in and you see that, and now it is going to show me a kind of, the color like this. Looks wonderful, isn't it? Maybe I don't want to use that black color as a text color. It's better sorry, white color as a text color. We'll go for black here instead. Okay. We'll change the height to, let's say, 30 dp. Now it looks okay. I guess it looks fantastic. I hope so. I don't know about you, but I like it's better. And let's make it a little bit more wider. Okay. And if you want, you can change this to say 20. So now this is having a exactly rectangular here. I'm sorry, the rounded shape here. Looks wonderful, isn't it? And if it is, I'm going to do the same thing here. Background color and the text color to black to this edit text as well. You see the height is going to be 35 dp to this one as well. And you see we are having a better looking UI here. I'm not saying it's the best one, but it's a little bit better than what we were having last time. Let's add some gap, otherwise it's too close to each other. And yeah, this looks better than that. Now I want to change the background color of this button, and that's the reason I'm again going to go back here and say this is going to be app button background, or I'll simply say app button. That's fine. This is going to be the shape. I'm going to say shape is going to be rectangle, button is also rectangle. This time I'll show you something else. See if you can understand. There's going to be a gradient, for example. Just for example, I'm not going to use it, but for example, I'm going to say start color is, let's say F00, that's red. Okay. See the gradient part here, and the end color is going to be yellow. So yellow, yellow, yellow. I think yellow is FF0. Yes, that's right. And this is the yellow color here. Wow, isn't it? Looks so better. Now, just for an example, I'm not saying this is the way we are going to do it, but just to check how does it look like, I'm going to go back to the drawable and say app button. And wow, do you see that? What have we done there? Very simple. You don't need any image for that. See how simple is this? It's like you're just going to use a kind of background color and it looks wonderful, isn't it? Right? So that's, I mean, permutation combination, you do it on your own, guys. I mean, it all depends on you. I think I like it. I'll keep it as it is. It's not app button actually. It should be something like I'll create one and say this is going to be the sign in background. So it's better to do it in here. App background, app button, will keep it for application. We'll keep it for button. So I'm going to go back to the sign in and change this to sign in background. So we'll keep it as it is. And for button, you decide what you want to go for. I mean, if it is a gradient you like, you can go for it. Or if it is solid, you go for it. It's up to you. Which color you want to go for. Maybe on blue or dark blue, I think white color suits well. So we'll go with it. We'll again go with the corners. And the corners this time would be almost like 20 dp, I guess. Give it a try and see how does it look like. This is the sign in button. I'm going to go back here to the button. Here it is. We'll change that background color to the app button here. Okay. And background colors. Yes, it's not changing the background color, isn't it? It's not changing the background color because we are using a wrong one, I guess. No, that's correct. There is a tint color. No, there is no tint color here. It seems like Because of this theme, we are having some problems. So I think it's better we can go to the theme and check the button status bar color. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Do we have anything other than that? Yes, in the latest one, they have made a few things. Yes, exactly. That's the reason why it is not working. Not a big deal. I'm going to go back here, and instead of setting the background, I will set it to the tint color. Do we have the tint color here? Background tint. And that's an app button. Oh my God, it doesn't look good, isn't it? That's the background color, right? Maybe it is because of this one. It's taking this one, but it's not changing. It's changing the tint color. So not a big deal. I'm going to say background tint is equals to white, and hopefully that is going to change the one. No, it's not. Why? Background tint mode now. Why the hell? The text color now. That's right. Android dot. Let's change this one and say the background color. Now background tint, is it not changing it to white? No, it is not. Huh, now it is changing it. What the hell, it was not working. So maybe I can change that to text color to black. Sometimes it takes time to do it. And then we can change that background rather, not background color, but we will change that background to app button. Okay, let's not use the solid color from here. It's overriding. It's the version actually. We'll have to check what they have changed in the version. Otherwise, it would have worked. Leave it. We are going to go with this one. I mean, this configuration here. Now, the problem here is, I mean, if I have, let's say, 100 buttons, then I'll have to literally set all of these properties to every single button. And if there are hundreds of text edits, then I'll have to literally set these properties to every single time. So how do I do it then? I mean, it's better we can just go back to something like a styles, and we can create a style XML file there. So we can go with the styles, or we can go with the theme.xml as well somewhere here and directly create our own style. So maybe I can say there is a style. This is the style which we are going to create here by saying style. You can give it a name. Let's say edit text style. And the style is nothing but you can say a class in CSS. Like you can get all of these properties right here in one single place. Like if it is edit text, I'm going to change that background to @drawable edit text. Okay. And I'm going to change the foreground color. So I'm going to say text color, android.text color, which is going to be something like a black. Okay. So that's how we are going to do it. Now, this is the style that I want to apply in all the places. Look at this. I'm going to go with the sign in page again, changing this background color and the text bar. This is how the old edit text will look like. I'm going to go back and say style, which is equals to, this is going to be the edit text style that we have created. And you see, oops, not here, guys, here. And if you look at that, it automatically applies it here. Look at this. I'm going to delete these two properties from here. It looks exactly like what it was doing earlier. And now if I apply that style here, this is going to be the edit text style. You see, it applies automatically. So now we have created a style. Wherever you want to apply it, you just go and apply it there. That's the reason why we are doing it. You don't even have to apply. You can even remove that margin top from here, and you can apply that margin top inside that app edit text style. So you might say wherever you are using it, it's going to be too small. So it's better we can just change this to margin top. I'm sorry. It's going to be margin top, which is going to be 10 dp. You see, this is how we can simply fix that problem. Oops. Oops, something is going wrong. Android, maybe we'll say margin top. Margin top, layout margin top rather. So this is how we are going to do it. And you see that it's automatically fixing the problem. Similarly, excuse me, I'm going to go with these two. I'm going to remove it from there, and we'll create one more theme somewhere here by saying style. Maybe I'm going to say this is going to be app button style, and right inside this I will add those two properties. So how do I do that? It's going to be like this: item property like this, and you see, that's it. Okay, so this is how we will do it, and probably that is how we will do that. That's it. So this is what we are supposed to do. We are creating a button style, and wherever we need it, we'll just apply it. You see, I'm showing you a magic here now. So if I go back and say style of app, sorry, style slash, not this, app button style, you see, it gets applied here. And of course, you see, it gets applied here as well. See how simple is that? Similarly, I'm going to go back to the sign up button or sign up case, and we'll do it right here as well. You see, I'm going to change this one. It changes here. It changes here as well. You see, we're going to go back here and changing the background color to dark blue like this. See the button style and other things here. I'm going to go back here and say style. This is going to be the edit style. See, it's automatically getting applied here. Make sure that you are having 35 dp as your height, so it will look good. Okay, so that's it, guys. See how simple is that to create a style and apply it in all the places that you want to apply. This is the way we should do it. Now 35 dp, we'll apply it here, we'll apply it here, and we'll apply it here. That's it. So everything is looking good except this background color, or maybe the text color. If you want, you can create a style as well for this, and then we can apply it everywhere. Okay, you see, this is how we can do it. As simple as that. That's it. So my UI is quite not that bad actually. So I think we are done with that. You see, now we can make it as attractive as we need to make it attractive. So it depends on the theme you are using, but this is how you are going to do it. Okay. So I guess things are looking good, and things are kind of maybe making my application a little bit attractive. So that's the use of having the style in the first place. You can customize that style as per your need. I just showed you a simple example, but if you want to make it more attractive, think about the style, think about the graphics, and then do it accordingly. I think that is it. This is the application that we were looking for. This application has all the APIs call that you need to make. That's get and post. Post, and so if you know the get and post, you can do the put and something like the delete as well. It's not a big deal. You can do it on your own as well. It's just copy pasting the code there. What about the font? You can use the font exactly like the same way. Put the font there and start using it. I'll show you one of the examples where we can change the font. Not in this. We'll change that in another one example. Okay. Maybe because we have done the too many things here, I just want to go for the last one here. The three icons that were installed yesterday, and I'm going to search for one of the icons there. So I'll search for movie. Let's see if I can find any icon there. And I need a better icon, that looks wonderful. That also looks okay. So I'm going to use this one. I'll make it 100, 120, 512. I need permission. Yeah, I need to purchase. I know. 256 I need to purchase. Can I go for 128? Okay, so 100 is the last one. That's fine. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this icon here, and I'm going to change that icon as, or I'm going to use that icon as a um, as a as a application icon, okay, or launcher screen icon there. So let's see how it can be done. You're going to open this file here, and this is where we have to replace the changes, right? So how do I do this? I mean, you can go online and say Android icon generator. There is a site there. You can use this one here. Romanok. He's very good. I mean, the site is good. The developer is good. So you can use the default images, or you can use that image which you are looking for simply by browsing it. So you can browse that image and you can go from there, or you can use one of the clip arts there. I'm just search for movie if it is available there. It's not there, but let's use this one. That's fine. So maybe we can, or you can also go for a text as well. So this is going to be my app, for example. See how simple is that? That's how we can do it. I'm okay to use this one here. So I need two type of icons, square and circle. Okay. Background is going to be white for me. I like white color there. Or maybe I can use the black color and change this color. Do we have that color here? No, we don't have it. So let me say refresh, search for, okay, search for movie again. I'm going to use this one here. And the background color is going to be something like this, white. So this is the movie icon, okay? I'm going to use this square, and the name should be something like IC Launcher. Say done. Just download that. It downloads as launcher.iclauncher.zip file. Do the same thing for circle. Change it to the circle like this, and look at the name of that file. You see, if you look at that image folder, this is iclauncher_round. So copy this file here, copy this file name and say iclauncher_round. And then you can simply go and say download that zip file like that. See what I'm going to do now. So if I use those two zip files, okay, I'm going to go back to this one here. I will go for the, wait, I don't use this one here. It's better we can just go back and say cd/tmp. Okay, I'm going to create a new directory called, called as icons. And we'll just move those two downloads. Or better, we can just use this one here. We downloaded those two zip files, right? So IC Launcher and IC Launcher round. That's it. So I'm going to go select this and say, sorry, not compress. I'm going to open them with archive utility so we can see those two icons there. So this is the res. Inside that you will see there is a HDPI, MDPI, and so on and so forth, right? So copy this, put that in HDPI there, right, like this, you know. So you're going to do it in this way. Just replace those icons. That's it. MDPI, replace that with the MDPI here. Okay, replace that with the XHDPI. That's it. Replace that with double XHDPI. Sorry, replace that with double XHDPI somewhere here. And this is the last one, and triple XHDPI. That's it. Do it for the square icons and do it for the round icon. So this is the round one, you know, HDPI somewhere here, replace it. MDPI, replace it. Then XHDPI, replace it. And lastly, this is double XHDPI, replace it. And there is one more, triple XHDPI, replace it. That's it. So we are kind of changing this. Now, once you change it, go back and say clean project. Don't forget to clean it. And then you can simply, oh, one more. When you are doing it, don't forget to change this XML file, because in your XML, in your drawable file, there'll be two IC Launcher background and otherwise, right? So you may delete them if you need to, or you can go back to the themes and you can change it. Oh, they have deleted it. That's good. So sorry for the background noise. So hopefully this is going to replace my icon, or still not. If it is not, then just check it here, which one it is going to. That's what I was wondering. So it's going back to the icon here. Where is it? MIP map any DPI. So that's where the problem is exactly. So better, I was searching for this one here. So we don't need this one. Delete this and delete anyways, exactly. And delete the other one as well. So go for that, delete this one either. We don't need that. Just go and say start again. The application has been started, and if you look at the icon, you see this is changing my icon as well. Look, it is kind of changing this icon. It looks good. So probably you are able to see that icon is getting changed here. You there, guys? I know there is a background noise, but at least you can hear me, right? Yeah, that is it. I mean, that's what we were looking for. That's good. Now things are kind of working here. We'll continue further and look at couple of applications. Okay. I think it's better. We are going to change the context. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and then we'll continue with couple of different options. Location, sensor. This is something that I want to show you, and Google Map. Okay. So let's look at that right after the break. There, you guys are there? Yes. There is an option in the some app while filling the address. If you click on like India countries, they show only the states of India. You click on any specific state and it shows city of that state. Vishal, that's a logic, isn't it? I mean, you are using a picker there. So if you know which value in the picker you have selected, you can create another list by reloading or by getting only the cities or only states of that particular country and reloading that spinner. So it's like you are having the list of countries in one spinner. You select one country, you are having the states of that country, and if you are having, let's say, another picker. Picker is nothing but your spinner, actually. Sorry, it's iOS. It's called as picker. Here it is called as a spinner. So when you're talking about a spinner, that spinner has to be reloaded. In a sense, if you reload your something like the adapter dot set notify data set change, it will automatically refresh the other spinner there. You know, so probably this is just a logic. In fact, see if it is possible. If not, then I'll have to show you the other option. Okay, give it a try first. Anyway, so now hopefully we have seen that application. Let's continue further and let's look at a couple of different applications to see different points, different context. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Now we want to do these three applications. At least I'm saying. We need one location. How to get the location? Correct latitude, longitude. Second, we need to get sensor. So how do I get the sensor value or sensor options there? And third one, what we were looking for is the Google Maps. So you will see if you are having a Google Map in your account, in your application, then how do you use it there? That's what we are going to check here.